All right, so this video is more or less like a mindset game. So in this video is basically going to be going over like the four pillars, four different income streams of a barber, how you feel, what genuinely feel like the thought process of that income is, because I've been at each one. And then last thing is it's just a mindset game. So all of this is more or less just a mindset game. So without all that being said, let's get into it. So firstly, we got the 0 to 3K income range. And the reason why this one is so crucial, because most barbers, and even me, I don't like to compare myself to this guy if I'm here, but what most barbers do is everyone, when they started barbering, they were here. 0 to 3K a month. You're either making 200 bucks a week or less. So everybody was there once, and they remember it. They either quit their job, maybe they started young, they never had a job, they quit something they loved to try something new, maybe they just did it on the side, and then it became a full-time thing. But everybody was once here. And why this is so crucial and detrimental is because even when people don't think they compare themselves, everyone compares themselves to here. So this is why the misconception of barbers that are making 3 to 6K, barbers who are making 6 to 8K, think they're doing good. And one thing I always ask them is, why aren't you doing great? Why not great? Because they say they're doing good because they remember this is where they come from. Like, how businessmen, business is good. Good compared to what though? And they always compare themselves to here. So they compare themselves to making $0 a month, which in my eyes is foolish. Because if anything, if you're going to compare yourself, why not compare yourself to this guy? Or why not compare yourself to the guy even doing like 30K a month as a barber? And it's possible because there's people that's there on that level. So the biggest misconception with this game is there's levels to this. There's levels. So just like you level up your character, I can even put the level. So right here, it's level 1. You're still at level 1. So barbers, if you're watching this and you're here, you need to lock in. You're at level 1. Level 2, on the other hand, is here. So barbers, the misconception is, I'm doing good because barbers that are making this income right here, I would say most of them, they're anywhere from 14 to, I even see 21-year-olds making, 3 to 6K a month. So they say they're doing good because the average income for this age is probably anywhere from like 2 to 4 to 3K a month. So they're doing better than most people, their age. And if you're 14, you're doing great. But one thing is, I always ask them, why, and if you're doing great, why not awesome? You know what I mean? Because there's always different levels to reach. There's always different levels to hit in this game and in just anything. I mean, most people, you join barbering, why? Because you're an entrepreneur. So if you want to keep growing, you want to keep getting better as the entrepreneur you are. So the misconception again is people who are here making 0 to 3K a month, they always, or even people who, correct me, sorry, that are here doing 6 to 8K a month, they always compare themselves to being here because here, 0 to 3K a month is the bottom. But for most business owners, this or even this is the bottom. So if you compare yourself on a scale, most people don't like to compare themselves. But again, everybody does because they came from what? They came from nothing. So if you came from nothing and now you're anywhere from here, you're something, you think you're doing good. Why? Because you came from nothing. So I can keep going in the cycle over and over and over again. But it really just is a mindset game. When barbers say they're doing good, I always like to ask them, good compared to what? Because they always compare themselves to here, making no money. And now they're making some money. But the thing is, I feel like if you're watching this for a reason because you want to be better. So I would say here, you're good in the barbering industry. Up here, I would say you're great. And then up here, you're doing amazing. You're doing awesome. So again, there's levels to this. And I don't think anyone watching this wants to just settle for just being good. Why not be great? Why not be great? You want it, people that start barbering, they want to, even me, bro, I want to be the best barber. Best barber. And then I really realized that the building comes from getting out of the mindset of I'm doing good to I want to be great. Getting out of the mindset of, okay, I'm like, someone asked me how I'm doing good. Now someone asks me how am I doing, I'm doing great. Even when I'm not doing great, I'm still doing great. Because you need to align with the version of yourself who's doing this, who's great, making 10K plus a month, who's making 10, 20, 30K a month, who's making 50, 60, 70, 80, even 100K a month. You need to align with that version. And most people, they have limiting beliefs. If you watch my content, I talk about it a lot. Limiting beliefs. You're limited to what you believe because what you are surrounded by. And that's why for me, bro, I'm going to be honest, I still haven't moved out of my hometown. I'm only 16, bro. And I'm not going to use that I'm only 16 as an excuse. I'm going to use it as fuel. I'm going to use it as power. I'm going to use it because I know I can get further than other people. There's 20-year-olds, 23-year-olds, 25-year-olds in my position. My same exact position, I'm 16 and I'm here. And I'm not going to use that like most of you guys who are, again, 14 to 21 and say, well, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. No, I'm going to use it and be like, okay, why am I not doing great? And if I want to do great, now I'm doing great. When you ask me, what am I doing? I'm doing great. So most people use it and they get comfortable. They get comfortable. Why? Because they're doing good. And I'd be lying if I said you weren't. You know, you're making 3 to 6, 6 to 8K. You're doing good. But why not do great? So summary of this video is stop just being comfortable. Stop sitting in the mindset of, okay, I'm doing good, and focus on what can I do to become great? What can I be? What can I do to become great? And if you don't know what to do to become great, there has to be decisions you make. There has to be things you change. There has to be things you sacrifice. Because you guys all know the saying, if nothing changes, nothing changes. The barbers who are doing the best, my students who are doing the best, they all change something. They stop doing things alone. They stop thinking, okay, well, I'm going to just be doing good. The people that are doing great, they're doing things with teams. They're doing things with systems. They're doing things with strategies. They have strategics behind everything they do. So, summary of this. Stop being good. Or stop wanting to be good and start wanting to be great. That's the video. Let's get it.